What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. Deposit $100 and you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $2,000 and you're guaranteed 30. Anyways, as far as the market is going, Tesla's looking very bullish right now, up 5.2%, doing a great job at holding up. We got some good buy ratings from analysts. The whole market is pushing, which is helping Tesla. On top of this, there was this news about how Tesla was in the works of receiving a $400 million contract before, but just recently the State Department did remove Tesla's name from the planned contract amidst some scrutiny that the company was getting, and also because of other pieces of news. Because Elon Musk is working for the government. He is working kind of like as an advisor for Trump. So, this could be looked at as a conflict of interest. It's not really, the way Elon Musk wanted to go about things, which is why he said that the deal is kind of like off from this. So it's okay. Tesla's going to be fine nonetheless. And despite that, Tesla's still doing a great job at holding up. It's still pushing quite a bit. So we have another announcement involving Donald Trump. Donald Trump has a news conference today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's about 2 hours from now, or at least at the time I'm recording this video. And he's going to be making some very, very big announcements about the tariffs. We're going to find out to what extent will he be raising tariffs, which countries will be involved in a bunch of different things like this. We've been waiting for this news since Sunday. So get ready, guys. It's going to be very, very big for the stock market. Donald Trump is also he also said this is the big day. He mentioned it's going to be very, very big. So I would recommend paying attention. So at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours from now, we have Donald Trump's announcements. Get ready, guys. It's going to be huge. And as a reminder, okay, despite the fact that the inflationary numbers that came out involving PPI were not good, the market is still rallying. So why is the market pushing like this? Let's go over this. I want to be very, very honest with everyone. We had lots of bad news. Okay, the first thing is CPI was hot. Inflation's not going down, guys, it's going up. PPI is hot. Inflation's once again going up again, at least from both ends, from the consumer and the producer side. There's news about tariffs coming out, right? Bad news. My point is, sentiment is negative. People are fearful. People were shorting the markets. And with all this negative sentiment, the big boys, the market makers, they came up with the idea to pump the market instead. Fundamentally, we don't really have, a bullish catalyst right now, at least as of right now. Most of the news is pretty bad, right? Higher inflation, more tariffs, and so on and so forth. When people are expecting the market to dump, that's when they do the opposite. That's why there's that saying that goes, good news is bad news. That's why I'm going to warn everyone to be very careful, especially when Trump starts announcing these tariffs. Will the market dump, or will the market actually pump instead? So it's going to make a very, very big move at 1 p.m. Donald Trump is also going to be meeting up with the Prime Minister of India. So even like later on during the day, they could announce some important things. There might be some talk about tariffs and factors like that. So we'll see about this. So keep in mind that our resistance on SPY is going to be close to that 608 area. If that breaks, our next target is going to be closer to about 610. We're very close to 608 already, so be careful, because every time SPY has hit 608 to 610 historically, it has rejected. So be careful as this tries to climb up. It could try to push for now, especially approaching Trump's tariffs, but we'll see what the big reaction is. Will the market rally to all-time highs after Trump announces these tariffs, or will the market reject and see a massive dump? If we dump, you want to see us lose at least 605. If that fails us, there's a good chance we return to like 602, then eventually the low 600s. And if 600 fails us, I'm looking for 597 or 200 EMA as our target. So honestly, guys, for now, the market's looking bullish, especially as we're seeing some big tech stocks pushing. That's helping the QQQ, the indices, and many of these ETFs. So that's what's helping the market push. But for the short term, when Donald Trump makes these announcements, I don't know what the move is going to be because of this manipulation. Normally, yes, tariffs would be favoring a downside move. Every time he's announced tariffs, the market has dipped. So will the market dip again? We'll see about that. Maybe it will. We'll see, guys. I just have to wait and see. And I'm just here to give you guys a warning because of this manipulation that's going on with the ways these stocks are moving. So looking back at Tesla, we're going to go back to Tesla stock. We're looking bullish right now. As long as we're above 351, we could try to get close to about not only 355, but also like 360 flat. That's a very psychological area. If we end up losing 351 after the tariffs come out, there's going to be a risk of us returning to about the 340 area. So we'll see how well Tesla holds up. Right now, the 4 hour is looking pretty good, and on the daily charts, we have this gap that formed. So we gapped up. We're making a nice move so far, and we're favoring the upwards direction for now. So as of right now, Tesla's looking a bit more bullish. We're going to likely try to continue to hover at these high levels, being elevated by 5%. But whether or not this continues depends on Donald Trump and his tariffs. So we'll see how that goes. So for now, the bulls have a bigger edge, but we'll see if that continues. For SPY, the daily chart looks more bullish. I went over the levels already. We are favoring that we might get very close to 608 to 610. 610 may be a stretch. We'll see about that. We look very bullish right now, but this could change depending on the tariffs. So we'll see if we get a rug pull or not. So as of right now, we look bullish. On the QQQ, we look bullish. We're looking for 535 and 538 as our potential targets. 533 to 535 is a tough resistance, but if we break 535, we're looking for 538. There's a good chance we try to push for 535 or above. If we turn back down, you want to see us lose 528 to reject. As of right now, the QQQ remains bullish. We're favoring upside, and we'll see if this lasts depending on what Donald Trump announces. For that Russell 2000, you want to break 226 to remain bullish. To be bearish, you want to see us lose 223.5. We're stuck in the direct center, so give this the time it needs. For ES, we're looking bullish. We're looking for an attempt for 61.25. If we end up losing 6100, we could turn back down, but this is looking bullish to me for the 6120s. So, in my opinion, there's a good chance we try to push higher for these areas. We might try to push a bit more on ES, and we'll see what kind of reaction we get because historically, every time ES hits 6125 to 6168, I believe, way up here, we have seen rejections around that area. So, are we going to push and try to break resistance, or do we push a bit more than reject? We'll see. I'll be watching that very closely once the announcements are made. On NQ, we look bullish. We're at 22,000. This is a tough resistance. Most of the time when we hit 22,000, we reject, except for this one time we hit 22,400. But every time we're between 22,000 and 22,400, we have rejected on NQ. So we'll see if we get that rejection or not. For now, it is looking bullish. It could be trying to get up to about 22,100. I did mention this in my morning video already. The measured move is already made to 22,000. This imbalance and this resistance around 22,075 to 22,100 could be tested. We're still looking a little more bullish, but just be careful just to be safe. Bitcoin's looking a little bit more bearish. We're seeing liquidity being drawn from this. We're looking for the support at 95,000, which could be retested. The bears have a bigger edge on that. For Nvda, we look bullish. We're trying to hold above 135. So as long as we maintain this level, we do have the potential to fill this gap up to 142. So yes, that's a possibility, but it's not a guarantee because Trump is going to announce some tariffs. So I don't know for sure if this will continue to push. As long as we close above and we hold above 135, we do favor that gap fill. If we lose this, we could be dipping back down to like 133. So we'll see which way we end up going. For a few more, we have Aapl looking bullish. 240 is the exact target I had. If we break this, we're looking for 246. As a triple bottom, it looks bullish, but we'll see how the tariffs affect this. Do we get a dip or not? We still look bullish nonetheless, so just keep that in mind. We also have an inverse head and shoulders on it, so it's very bullish in terms of its setup. The 4 hour is looking quite good, and we are looking good for bulls. So we'll see if this lasts or not. For AMD, we're looking for resistance around 113. If we break this, we're looking for 116. If we end up losing 111, we could turn back down, but it's still looking a bit more bullish for now. Coinbase is very bullish. Nice breakout so far. We're looking for essentially 296 to 300 is a tough resistance. To turn back down, you want to see it lose 280 at the very least. Otherwise, we favor upside. Excuse me. For Amazon, we're looking for 230 as resistance at 232. If we end up losing support at 227, I'm looking for a dip to 225. We're in the middle. We look a bit more bullish, favoring 230 plus. Meta dipped a bit and then it bounced, so it's doing a great job at holding up. We're going to be watching to see if we can break 730 or not. Microsoft is looking bullish. Can we break 411 to remain bullish? We'll see about that, but I do think 411 could be tested, and Google may try to retest 188. So we'll see how it goes, guys. For now, I want to be very, very patient with this market. Yes, we're trying to push, but I do want to warn everyone to be careful. Tesla's looking more bullish for now, but things could change depending on what Donald Trump announces. So get ready for Trump's big news conference at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be announcing reciprocal tariffs on a bunch of different countries that have duties on the U.S. we'll see how this ends up going, and we'll see what this leads to. Typically, this will lead to downside. That is a bit more probable, at least from a more like logical standpoint. But then the market is not always logical. It can sometimes try to trick people. So that's why I'm warning you to be very careful. So we'll be patient with this. We'll give this the time it needs. And like I said before, I'm not trying to risk too much on this. I'm going to be very, very cautious, if anything. So thank you for listening. Have a good one, and peace out.